this session, we will discuss water softening by ion exchange process. Water softening is a process of reducing the concentration of hardness producing ions, that is calcium and magnesium ions, and to some extent of manganese and iron ions in water. Water used for industrial purposes should be sufficiently pure, that is free from hardness producing salts. Hardness of boiler feed water results in scale and sludge formation, priming, forming, and corrosion. That is, hardness causes problems in boilers. Scales can restrict water flow in pipes. It is important to remove hardness causing salts from boiler feed water. For softening of hard water, there are external treatment and internal treatments. External treatments are lime soda process, geolite process, ion exchange process, and internal treatments that take place inside the boiler include chemical methods and physical method. Chemical method are carbonate conditioning, phosphate conditioning, chalcone conditioning, sodium aluminate conditioning, and complexometric method. Physical methods are colloidal conditioning and electrical conditioning. We will discuss ion exchange process. Ion exchange resin are insoluble, cross-linked, long-chain, high molecular weight organic polymers with microporous structure. This diagram shows beads of ion exchange resin. Functional groups attached to the chain is responsible for ion exchange properties in case of ion exchange resin. Ion exchange properties of resins arise due to the presence of acidic or basic functional groups attached to the polymer chain. Resins are classified into two types: cation exchange resins. Acidic groups exchange their protons or sodium ions with calcium and magnesium ions present in water. The cations here are exchangeable, whereas in case of anion exchange resins, basic groups exchange their OH ions for anions present in water. In anion exchange, the anions can be exchanged. Ion exchange method involves the reversible exchange of ions between the stationary ion exchange resin and the external mobile liquid phase. Principle is, when the feed water is allowed to pass through ion exchange columns, resins containing acidic functional groups are capable of exchanging their protons with hardness producing cations, whereas those containing basic functional groups are capable of exchanging their OH ions with the anions present in water. These are the examples of cation exchange resins: sulfonic group or carboxylic group. Here, insoluble polymer ion exchanger and the counter ions. These are the examples of anion exchangers. Here, the quaternary amine group is present, and in this diethyl aminoethyl group is present. Cation exchange resin. This is the structure of sulfonated polystyrene cation exchange resin, which is a strongly acidic. The proton can be exchanged. This is the structure of an ion exchange resin, which is a quaternary ammonium anion exchange resin. we will try to understand the service cycle of cation exchanger. The hard water enters the resin bed. Calcium and magnesium ions are attached to the resin and softened water leaves the resin bed, and liters and liters of water is softened, and the softened water is still being produced. Here the impurity also start coming. It is now time to regenerate the resin, otherwise hard water will start coming out. For regeneration cycle, acid is now flushed through the resin in reverse. Calcium and magnesium ions are flushed down the drain. A few liters later, hardness minerals are still being flushed out of the drain. Soft water is now used to rinse the resin. Excess H ions are flushed out down the drain. The resin is ready and can be reused. For an ion exchanger, one has to flush with the alkali solution. In cation exchange resin, the H ion is exchanged with calcium or magnesium ions. In an ion exchange resin, OH ion is exchanged with the anions present in water. Here in cation exchange, calcium magnesium ions are exchanged with the protons of the resin. In an ion exchange, the anions present in water are exchanged with OH ions of the resin. This proton and OH combine to give water. It is termed as demineralized water. This diagram is of demineralization of water. Here hard water is passed through the cation exchange column. Then it is allowed to pass through the anion exchange column, and the water we obtain is soft water. As far as service cycle is concerned, hard water is first passed through the cation exchange column, where calcium and magnesium ions present in water are exchanged with the H ions of the resin. Calcium and magnesium ions are exchanged with H ions of the resin. Then water is allowed to pass through an ion exchange column, where anions present in water are retained on the resin and OH ion of the resin is released. Here anions present in water are retained on the resin and OH ions are released. The H ions from the cation exchange resin and OH ions from the anion exchange resin combine to give water molecules. This water is then passed through degasifier to remove dissolved gases in water. Water coming out from the ion exchanger is free from cations as well as anions. Ion-free water is known as deionized water or demineralized water. Ion exchanger have certain capacity to exchange ions. When ion exchangers are exhausted, regeneration of ion exchangers is required. In this diagram, we will see regeneration of ion exchangers. To regenerate the ion exchangers, the flow of hard water is stopped. Cation exchanger is regenerated with the help of acid, which is allowed to percolate through the cation exchanger and it goes to the sink. An ion exchanger is regenerated with the help of dilute alkali, which is allowed to pass through the anion exchanger, and the contents are allowed to go to the sink. In a regeneration cycle, when resins have exhausted their capacity and lose the capacity to exchange H ions and OH ions, they are to be regenerated. The process of regeneration is a reversal of reactions taking place for ion exchange. Exhausted cation exchange column is regenerated by passing dilute HCl followed by a washing with deionized water, and the washing, which contains calcium magnesium ions, is passed to the drain. Here, with acid, calcium magnesium ions released are allowed to go to the drain. Exhausted anion exchange column is regenerated by passing dilute sodium hydroxide solution followed by a washing with deionized water, and the washings contain sodium ions, sulfate ions, chloride that pass to the drain. Here, the with OH ions, sulfate ions goes to drain. Regenerated resins are then reused again. Sequence of water flow is important, and cation exchange resin need to be used first. If water is first passed through an anion exchanger, let us see calcium chloride, magnesium chloride present in water. They will be giving calcium, magnesium ions and chloride ions. So exchange of chloride or bicarbonate ions will generate corresponding hydroxide. This is an ion bead which contains hydroxide exchangeable with chloride ions. So hydroxide will be released to water. We have calcium and magnesium ions present in water. So those calcium and magnesium ions will react with OH, giving rise to calcium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide. Due to release of OH ions, pH of the water will increase. So all cations, calcium, magnesium, sodium ions will be converted into their corresponding hydroxides. Precipitated calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide will choke the bed of anion exchanger itself. Hence, for the flow of water, the cation exchange resin need to be used first. Demineralized water is free from all ions, cations as well as anions, whereas zeolite softened water contains sodium ions, which causes caustic embrittlement in boilers. Hence, demineralization process is preferred over zeolite process for water softening of feed water to be used in boilers. Advantages of ion exchange process: it is used to soften highly acidic or alkaline waters. The apparatus is easy to operate and control, works well for variations in hardness of water. In comparison to lime soda process, the entire unit occupies less space, produces better quality water, and is more economical. Produces water of very low hardness, about 2 ppm, very good for use in high pressure boilers. Disadvantages of ion exchange process: equipment is costly and more expensive chemicals are needed. The ion exchange material should not be allowed to get contaminated with suspended and colloidal matter, which could result in degradation of exchange column and difficulties in its regeneration. If turbidity is greater than 10 ppm, then efficiency is reduced substantially. Hence, pre-treatment, that is coagulation and filtration, are required before treatment of water. When cation exchange is carried out with hydrogen exchanger, the pH of effluent reduces and may result in corrosion, whereas if sodium exchanger is used, the TDS, alkalinity and silica are not reduced. In summary, we have discussed softening of hard water by ion exchange process. We have discussed resins, cation exchange and anion exchange resins, service cycle and regeneration cycle during ion exchange process. Sequence of water flow is important and cation exchange resin need to be used first. Demineralized water is preferred for use in high pressure boilers. Thanks for watching this video.